It was hard to find anyone wanting to openly talk on camera about this issue, and here's why. After them seeing Jennifer Eflin's disciplinary file, many of those people told me they believe Officer Eflin has done enough to be arrested and charged for what they consider misuse of office.
Get him, get him, get him, get him.
It's the video Fox 13 viewers wanted to see.
He's running, he's got a hat on.
The police body cam worn by Osceola police officer Jennifer Eflin shows her chasing a 16-year-old suspected of being involved in a kidnapping and robbery of a man at this gas station near the Interstate 55 bridge. Eflin, a more than 15-year veteran of the department, chases the teen to this black car and attempts to take him out. That's when a single shot is fired. The bullet went through the back door of the car, hitting the teen in the back. According to the investigative file from the Arkansas State Police, Eflin's gun being fired was an accident. Tony Hollis, formerly of the local NAACP chapter of Mississippi County, Arkansas, tells me it's video like this that makes Officer Eflin unfit to protect and serve.
They want this officer terminated due to the fact that she is a risk to the community.
Through the course of working to get this video, I discovered Officer Eflin has been with the Osceola Police Department off and on since 1997. After some digging into Eflin's disciplinary file, it exposed how she's been suspended 4 times and even terminated by the department. In September of 2012, Sergeant Eflin was fired after admitting to bullying a child over Facebook. You can see here on Eflin's termination paper, it was recommended by Major David Gladden she not be eligible for rehire by the Osceola Police Department. Less than 3 years later, she reapplied to the department in August of 2015 and was rehired as a patrolman. David Gladden was the police chief at the time of her rehire. According to the city's policy on rehiring, a person who was terminated may be considered for rehire 3 years from the date of them being dismissed.
She's a threat. She needs to be removed from the force. She has threatened a child, she has shot a child, and Lord forbid if she shoot one and it turns out to be towards death.
In 2000, Eflin, then a lieutenant with the department, was suspended for 3 days for abuse of office. The file explains how Eflin went to a Walmart pharmacy claiming she was investigating someone's use of painkillers. That investigation was not true. And in 2001, she was suspended again for violating policies and procedures of the department.
Now you have to call into question the integrity of the Osceola Police Department, as well as the integrity and the responsibility from the mayor and the city council members.
I went to the Osceola Police Department to question Osceola Police Chief Ali Collins about Eflin's employment. He declined an on-camera interview. However, he gave me a written statement explaining why Eflin is still employed with the department, stating it is my understanding that at the time of her application for rehire, which occurred prior to my promotion to chief, Jennifer Eflin was the most qualified of the applicants under consideration. After accidentally shooting this unarmed teen, Eflin was put on administrative leave.
The only thing that's left now is possibly that this particular police officer, maybe she killed someone. Maybe that'll get the Osceola Police Department attention, as well as the mayor and the city council.
I'm still working to hear from city leaders if they believe Eflin's employment with the department should be re-examined. Eflin has had a lot of training. These are 9 certificates Eflin received throughout her career, showing how she was trained in emergency response, terminal operations, and basic criminal investigations. I'm in the studio tonight. Jeremy Pierre, Fox 13 News.
It's Fox 13 News at 5.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
A man accused of trying to lure a young girl into his car is arrested and charged after Fox 13 follows up on a tip from a viewer. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Roll Purvis.
I'm Daryl Green. Tonight, that man, Jeremy Woodard, is out of jail. He posted a bond after facing a judge this morning. This all started with a tip from a viewer and ended with Fox 13 finding the suspect and then calling police officers.
Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre was the reporter to make that call. And we just heard you running after the car saying, "Excuse me, excuse me." Jeremy is live tonight with more.
Hey, Merle. Well, let me tell you, a viewer actually told us where Jeremy Woodard worked in Senatobia, Mississippi. Now, according to several female Hamilton High School students, Jeremy Woodard waved $100 bills outside of his car, trying to get their attention. All of this happening right here in front of Hamilton High School. Police tell me he's done this several times so far this year. Thursday, we arrived at Jeremy Woodard's workplace. We had no problem spotting a white Kia with a license plate matching the suspect's plate, accused of using a $100 bill to lure a Hamilton High School student into his car. My photographer and I were at the business for about 30 minutes before I made a call to Senatobia police. Within 15 minutes, 3 police cruisers showed up, officers getting out and scoping out the car. Officers told me they could not make an arrest of Jeremy Woodard because there was no active warrant. However, the Senatobia police passed on their information to the Memphis Police Department. According to Woodard's co-workers, he held a managerial position and was often seen leaving work early. Thursday, Jeremy Woodard was quick to leave work. I tried to wave him down to talk to him, but this is what happened. Excuse me. The next day, Woodard was arrested after being identified in a lineup by his alleged teen victim. Let's fast forward to today. Woodard appeared in court this morning, posted bond, and walked out of jail. I showed up to his door looking for any comment on his arrest. Someone was inside, but no one answered our knock. Tonight, Woodard is facing 4 counts of aggravated stalking. Tonight on Fox 13 News at 6, I'll tell you about a similar incident Woodard will be on trial for next month. I'll have that story for you tonight on Fox 13 News at 6. I'm reporting live tonight in South
Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre was there live. He's now live in Blytheville, where 2 filed complaints earlier. Jeremy.
Yeah, the former Blytheville police dispatcher tells me she's being harassed by her former commanding officer. She says this all began when she was questioned about possible sexual misconduct involving 2 other officers. Friday morning, former Blytheville police dispatcher Elsa Harvey and a current Blytheville police officer filed a complaint against the Blytheville Police Department at the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission office in Memphis.
Sexual misconduct policy, it does state that you are supposed to report it, and an investigation is supposed to be followed immediately. Nothing ever was done.
Harvey says she became a target and later fired after she was questioned by the department's leadership about possible sexual misconduct involving 2 other officers. The former dispatcher says since being fired, she has been harassed by her former commander several times.
Now he's going around my house following me, which I have pictures as proof, you know, with his tag number and everything. He's still continuing to harass me.
Hi there, Chief Ross Thompson. This is Jeremy Pierre. We reached out to Chief Ross Thompson for a comment. We left a message for him to return our call. Harvey showed me her file from the department showing the investigation that was performed for her termination. The paperwork showed Harvey failed to perform her job as a dispatcher and spied on several officers, an accusation Harvey denies.
I get terminated. What did I do? All I did was answer some questions. I guess they didn't like that the questions I answered made these officers look suspicious and look guilty.
We have learned the 3 officers who are still employed with the department were filing discrimination complaints.
I came into work and I was told, oh, so the rumor around the PD is that you're using the race card because you're a Hispanic dispatcher. That's what was said to me.
Emails were also sent to the chief and the assistant police chief, Ricky Jefferson, today. Those emails have not been resent back to us with an answer. I'm reporting live tonight in Memphis. Jeremy Pierre, Fox 13 News.
Found the gun used to kill Wright in Tepa County, Mississippi.
And as we reported, Lorenzen Wright's accused killer was arrested this morning inside a Collierville gas station. We've been showing you surveillance footage from that arrest. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre spoke to that gas station's owner this afternoon. Jeremy, continuing our team coverage from Collierville right now. Hi there.
Yeah, Kristen, I spoke with the managers here at the Collierville Express Mart, and they tell me Billy R. Turner, well, he came in here every day, and they never suspected him of being a killer. As a matter of fact, they say he would park his truck and trailer underneath this port here and fill up his gas tank. Today, they were inside when Billy R. Turner was arrested. They said they didn't know what was going on. Billy Turner didn't know what was going on himself. And to hear that he's suspected of killing former NBA player Lorenzen Wright 7 years ago is a surprise.
I was wondering, like, what are they here for? The guy tried to step out the way not knowing it was for him. And I had the same reaction as him. I was like, what's going on? And I thought maybe it could have been something small, but after you guys told us a murder case, Lorenzen Wright, back 7 years ago, real shocking. Again, they were nice enough to give us that surveillance video you saw right there. You've been seeing it all throughout the evening on Fox 13. Billy R. Turner being arrested right inside of the Collierville Express Mart. Of course, we did speak with other customers who knew Billy R. Turner, and they tell us this guy was the nicest guy they probably have ever met, and they didn't know that he could ever be suspected of killing someone. Of course, this is a story we're going to continue to follow here in Collierville, Tennessee, so stay with us. I'm reporting live tonight in Collierville. Jeremy Pierre, Fox 13 News. Yeah, Merle, just over a year ago, we reported on the 12-foot tall grass that was growing here on this city-owned lot. This is what it looked like as early as this week. The person who lives next door to here got this violation for it. This picture shows what Roy Blackburn says he has to live next door to after every summer.
You got to worry him to death just to get it cut.
Blackburn says the tall grass overshadows his manicured front yard. Blackburn tells me getting the owner of this property to cut the grass always comes with drama.
Really, it's embarrassing to the city. It keeps it's their property. It's not ours.
The summer of 2016, Blackburn contacted Fox 13 after grass on this walkway belonging to the city of Memphis grew to 14 feet high. Last week, this violation notice was delivered to Blackburn's home, claiming the high grass was at his address and he was responsible to get it cut. Blackburn tells me he had murky feelings after receiving the notice.
I was being abused by the city. It's their property.
Blackburn says he began calling the city to cut their property in July with no action ever being taken until this week.
It's a routine over here. You have to call them every time. It get up to about 3 feet high.
People in the neighborhood who didn't want to go on camera tell me they are tired of the city neglecting their property.
They should take care of their property. It's not open and park, but we still live here, and most of the people that stay over here are elderly people.
The city telling me late this evening that this location has been put on a cycle in order to provide a better level of service. Now, the good news tonight, we did talk to the city about that violation for Mr. Blackburn. It has been dismissed. I'm reporting live tonight in South Memphis. Jeremy Pierre, Fox 13 News.
Thank you, Jeremy. Fort Smith, Arkansas leaders are being told to reject a settlement